So today we're going to be talking about how to read. Now, according to Wikipedia, I learned that reading is a form of decoding signs and symbols, yeah, or written words that are to derive meanings from them. In this sense that if you see and there, it's trying to tell you that it's combining something with another thing. Exactly. Now, before you read, there are three things that you should have in mind before you read. The first thing you should have in mind is the language you understand. Someone that understands only Yoruba cannot be reading a book written in English language. It's not possible. You can't understand it. Even if you understand English, there's a level of English language you will understand. Like like someone in maybe primary school now reading a novel, you may not understand it. Yes. So it depends on your level of understanding of that language. Now, reading, number one, actually depends on the knowledge you already have. Like now, if someone in the university, or let's say someone crossing from SS3 to 100 level in the university now, wants to maybe read a textbook, um, um, a tertiary school textbook, something like that, yes, and then he doesn't really have much of that knowledge that he had in SS3, he may not understand it. As reading, it depends on what you already know. Yes. So when you see a word, maybe like house, because you already know what house means, you'll be able to explain to yourself what that person is actually saying in that book. Now, the second thing about how to read is the reason for your reading. Now, a lot of people read books, especially maybe textbooks, in order to pass exams. Some others read it in order to get information. Some others read it maybe as teachers so that they can teach their class. Yes. Now, you need to have you need to have a very, 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 very strong reason why you're reading before you even open the book to read. Like, let's say a pastor now reading the Bible. He's reading that Bible maybe to get revelation from it. Now, that helps him to read more. So you need to have a reason for reading. Now, the reason why I believe one way or one reason why some people don't read is because in their mind they'll be like, so if I read this, what will I get from it? Like reading, maybe you are doing, trying to make an invention, yeah, maybe a flying car, and then you're reading about businesses. You'll be like, why am I reading about businesses? You understand? Now, that that's where being versatile comes in the sense that, of course, yes, you need to read what belongs to you. It's like someone studying electrical electronics now is reading something about biology now. Yes, you read what belongs to you, but in your spare time, you read what doesn't belong to you in order to have a wider knowledge of life. Yes, so knowing the reason why you want to read is very important. Yeah, knowing the reason why you want to read is very, very important. And number three, the time or the situation whereby you read. Now, I believe you can read anytime and everywhere. Like especially in my area, I've seen people actually walking on the road and they are reading. Yes. Now that's it. That's the thing that reading is not limited to only when you're comfortable. Wherever you are, you can read. At home, you can read. With your phone, maybe you plug it or it's charging or something, you can read. Yes. With your phone, call soft copy, reading the soft copy of the document. You can read anywhere. Don't limit it to say, okay, when I'm sleeping for like 3 hours, then I'll now wake up, I'll now eat for like 3 hours, then I'll now rest for like 3 hours. Your day is gone already. There's no time then to read. So you need to you need to you need to know that everywhere you are, you can actually read. Anywhere you are, you can read. Yes. Now, how to read. Now I've gotten that. Now, there is one very important thing when it comes to reading. Before you can actually get something from what you're reading, you need to have a passion for it. Okay. Take for instance, someone is giving an assignment now. Say, let me say, define and an adjust substance. An adjust substance is a substance in which water has been abstracted from it. Yes. Now you are given an assignment, define an adjust substance. Now, yes. Now you start going to the internet, start searching Google, Opera Mini, what's the meaning of this Wikipedia, what's the meaning of this? Yes, yes, that's the passion you have. And by the time you start reading, you begin to notice that you get a form of understanding from it. Yes. So you need to have a form of passion. Now, it comes in two ways. Now, some people will actually leave their school books and start reading storybooks is because they'll say is what we like reading and stuff like that. There's sometimes you read what you don't even like reading, but not for the reason that you are reading what you don't like to read, but in the reason that it is a necessity. If you don't like reading, there's some situations where you have to read because it's a necessity. Yes. So that's one of the major or basic steps of reading. Thank you very much. I'm still going to post a part two of this, of reading as a scope and everything. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if there are any things you don't like about the video, you can comment. You can also share the video. Yes. You can also like, thumbs up, and subscribe.